Now y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. What's going on, you guys? It's me, your boy Scattered by Nature TV, and it's time for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess. Okay, and we're about to get into a couple of things. Okay, now before we get into a couple of things, which is the mess, okay, I'm going to let you guys know that me and Terrence and Josiah will be doing another roasting review on Portia's Family Matters tonight, okay? And it comes, not tonight, tomorrow night, I'm sorry. And it comes on at 8, 7 Central. It's going to be on my channel instead of Josiah's channel because Josiah has a prior engagement to attend to on Wednesday night, so that's why he won't be hosting it, nor will he be up there with me and Terrence. But like I said on the last Yes for the Mess, I will be trying to get in contact with Rodney the Voice and see if he'll be interested in sitting in for Josiah Wednesday night. So be prepared for a roast and a gag. If not, just be prepared for me and Terrence to give y'all that roast and a gag. I know y'all love it when we come together and do videos or whatever. So you know it is what it is. So, however, tune in. Thank you guys for the support, and also thank you guys for tuning in to Boys Night Out. It's a great thing to see that the show is finally like picking up, and it's finally like, you know, people are finally catching on to it. So thank you guys for supporting us on Boys Night Out as well. All right. So with that being said, we're about to get into the mess. Okay. Now we're gonna start off with Khloe Kardashian. Now, you know that the tea on the block is that Tristan Thompson had cheated on her ass again and got a third baby on the way, and the baby mama wants some child support from his ass. Alright? Now, apparently Khloe Kardashian is upset. She's angry. She thought that Tristan was going to change. Well, child, you were in for a rude awakening because he's still doing the same shit that he been doing, which is doing what? Making you look like a goddamn fool, which is what? Cheating on you with every damn bitch that he can find, which is what? Doing the same thing. He's never gonna change, sweetheart. Once a cheater, always a damn cheater in most cases, and you already know that, okay? So without any further ado, I'm gonna go into this post, you know what I mean, that's talking about it. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the shade. No, it's the neighborhood talk. We're gonna go into this from the neighborhood talk, and we're about to talk about it. Alright, so here you go. Now, as if we couldn't have guessed, it appears that Khloe Kardashian is upset over Tristan's newest seed. A source spoke directly to People magazine and claims that Khloe is furious that Tristan cheated on her again. Khloe was upset to find out that he cheated again, says the source. She just can't believe that he is going to be a dad again. The source tells People magazine that Kardashian had friends encouraging her over and over again not to take Thompson back, but ultimately remained by Thompson's side because she always believed that he would change. She's just really a great person and wants to see the positive in people, they say. And as you know, Texas personal trainer Marley Nichols is suing Thompson for child support. However, no, hopefully this will be an eye-opener for Khloe. Again. And it won't be an eye-opener for her at all because she's still going to be back with him. I hope ain't nobody really sitting up here believing that Khloe is really going to leave Tristan. She not leaving him. And if she leaves him, that means that she really got some spiritual healing or some shit like that. She really went to therapy to see what the fuck her, what is it? To see what her worth really is. Because at the end of the day, I personally feel like she ain't going nowhere. She's going to stay with him until she gets tired of staying with him. And she may not be tired of staying with him until 20 years later, to be honest. That's how I feel. So y'all can miss me with it. Khloe ain't going no damn where. And she know that she ain't going nowhere. She gonna stay with that nigga as long as she fucking can. Because it is what it is. A lot of women stay with cheating men because A, they don't know their worth. B, they want to prove a point to somebody and all of this other stuff. Ain't no point to prove. If a motherfucker keep on cheating on me, I'm not gonna stay with them. It's one thing to forgive a person that cheated on you one time. That's one thing. It's also one thing to forgive a person that cheated on you 2 times. But when a person just keep on dumping his special sauce everywhere, anywhere that he lands into, that's a problem. And then he got a baby on you with somebody else, and now this bitch trying to get child support from him, and you gonna sit up here and tell me somehow angry you are. You're not that angry, because guess what? You're gonna take him back. You're gonna take him back, and you know that you are. And it's none of our business. If you want to take him back, that's fine. We're not in your head. We're not in your heart. Because at the end of the day, the heart wants what the heart wants. So I can't judge. But at the end of the day, my love, at the end of the day, you're going to look like a damn fool. And you know you're going to look like a damn fool. Period. That's just the basis of the situation. You're gonna look like a complete fool, and that's just dead on that. Because no, baby, ain't no way in the hell I've been sitting up here playing these games, fucking Tristan Thompson, period. Like, you still gonna take this man back after everything that he's done to you. You still gonna make yourself look crazy after everything he's done to you. Keep on looking stupid, Khloe, though. Keep on looking stupid. It's stupid to give me something to talk about. But you just keep on making yourself look crazy if you want to. I swear to God, I'm gonna keep talking about it. And it's just dead on that. So we're about to move on to DaBaby. Now, apparently, DaBaby was facing charges about assaulting a Las Vegas driver last year or whatever. And apparently, the charges against him have been dropped. I don't know what's been going on with DaBaby lately, because he's been dealing with a whole lot of stuff and going through a lot of stuff and finding himself running away from that same shit. I don't get how the hell he's able to run past it or whatever and not have to do any type of consequences for anything that he does, but he seems to be getting away with shit a lot lately, and it's really disturbing to me. But we're gonna get into it, and this also comes from the neighborhood talk, so let's get into it now. It looks like DaBaby is I'm sorry, this is from the Shade Room, not the neighborhood talk, okay? So, it looks like DaBaby got a sprinkle of good news recently. According to TMZ, online court records indicate that a misdemeanor battery charge against him was dismissed with prejudice. This means that the case is a wrap and it can't be refiled. Apparently, the charges were dropped because DaBaby complied with prosecutors' resolutions for the case, which included paying the victim $7,500 and steering clear of trouble. As previously reported, DaBaby was accused of assaulting a Las Vegas driver in November 2020. However, the reported victim did not come forward until February of this year. The reported story is that DaBaby and his crew tried to smoke inside of a Mercedes Sprinter being driven by the victim. When the driver warned the passengers against smoking in the van, DaBaby and his folks allegedly began to curse and threaten the driver. Once they pulled up at the Hard Rock Hotel, the driver asked for payment, but DaBaby allegedly reacted by punching the driver in the back of the head and saying, "You ain't the boss." Someone in his crew told the driver, "You're lucky you're not in my city, because we would have killed you, cracker motherfucker." Afterwards, the rapper and his crew grabbed their bags and dipped, but not before someone allegedly said that they'd leave the driver dead on the road. DaBaby denied the accusations at the time, saying they're 100% false on his Instagram story. His attorneys also said he was prepared to fight the allegations in court. Lucky for him, the case is now dropped and is in the past. Alright, now that was the situation with DaBaby. Now here's what I gotta say about it. Now, listen, I don't know what to believe and what's true and what ain't true. All I know is that shit sound like some shit that DaBaby would have done. But like I said, it seems like this man is seeming to get away with everything that he does. He didn't escape cancellation. He got them folks from the HIV people, the HIV support groups and shit like that. He got them to take him in and feel sorry for him and just educate him instead of calling him out. And he didn't even follow through with what the hell he was supposed to follow through with. Now he out here making fun of people, saying that he can't be canceled. That just goes to show you how much a man like that can get away with being so despicable and deplorable, and people find that shit to be funny. I don't find that shit to be funny at all. I think that is really ridiculous, and I think that it's a bunch of fuck shit. And people like that. People like a bunch of fuck shit. They don't see nothing wrong with it, and that's just there on that. They don't. DaBaby can sit up here and get away with everything up under the sun. But if Lil Nas X was doing that same shit, y'all would be somewhere calling out for damn cancellation, because not only is he black, but he gay as fuck, and y'all don't like to see gay folks prosper, no way. But it is what it is. If that was a woman, y'all would have canceled her ass too. But it's DaBaby, so y'all let him get away with it. Like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do and still get off scot-free and still continue to do his thing. I just don't understand what the fuck he's doing to constantly escape this type of shit. But I want to know what it is, because bitch, if I get in trouble, I want that DaBaby factor, because DaBaby seems to be getting away with just about every fucking thing that he does, and I just don't get why he is. But to each his own. I'm guess congrats to him for beating the charges, I guess, and the case can't be refiled. You and your crew who probably bullied this man. Alright, but next up is Alicia Keys. Now, the washed up singer did an interview with Complex News, and the subject about Lil Mama walking on the stage when her and Jay-Z were performing the New York State of Mind, during the VMAs back in 2009. That came up again as of recently, and I don't know why this shit keeps coming up at this point. Like, Alicia literally talked about this already recently, so why the fuck are we talking about it now? But okay, so apparently Complex wanted to bring it up, and this is what she had to say on it. Here's the audio. We're about to play it. Let's get into it.
A fellow New Yorker of ours, Lil Mama, ends up on the stage with you guys.
Y'all love this story. Why they love this story so much?
This is one of the most iconic internet moments, even before viral moments was a thing. And so Lil Mama ends up on the stage. You guys have this nice finale moment. And then here comes Lil Mama, arms crossed, posing with you guys. What do you remember about that happening in real time on the stage?
Basically, I remember absolutely nothing. I think I was so focused on performing. Because, you know, when you perform, it's like a lot. You got to hit it. You got to nail it. You got to kill it. This has to be perfect. And I know I was on this side of the stage, and I was kind of occupying that side, and I played, and then I went over there, and then he was on that side of the stage, and he was doing that, so I was over here, killing it, vibing, singing my part, when it came, vibing on this thing, and then we came together in the middle, and I was on this side of him, and he was right here. So as far as I could see, this was us doing what we planned to do the whole time. When I tell you 100%, I was oblivious to the idea that next to him was another person, which kind of scared the shit out of me later when I figured it out. So, boom, I get off the stage. This shit is fire. Everyone's going crazy. It's madness. I was like, this is bananas. I go to my dressing room. I'm like, and his face is like funny. And I was like, yo, that was so crazy. He was like, you ain't see that? And I was like, huh? He's like, you ain't see that? And I was like, we just killed it. That's what I saw. It was crazy.
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw it. It was nuts. And I didn't know what he was talking about until I got home. Chilled out, took off my shoes, relaxed, kicked up my feet. You know, probably caught a replay or two. And then everybody was focused on this end thing that I was bugging because I didn't even see her. I didn't even know she was there.
So now, or when you watch that replay, the emotion that you feel is what? Is it as funny to you as it is to us, or is it upsetting that it was almost like a ruining of the vibe? Like what does it feel?
I thought it was hysterical, to be honest. I just was the audacity, the balls. Like, the balls was incredible. You gotta love it. You just gotta love it. I mean, the Harlem is in full effect.
Yeah.
You know, the Harlem
is in
full effect. But I thought it was actually kind of crazy, like, just to be that inspired. That's how I took it. You're inspired by your city. You're inspired by these two artists that are from your city. You're an artist. You have dreams and things that you're accomplishing, and she wanted to be a part of the moment.
Yeah.
She got it.
We all want to be a part of the moment, but she actually got her moment.
Listen, if Kanye did it, everybody would have been, like, all good.
Right.
And like, oh, that's just Kanye.
Yeah. And then he wound up doing it, and
I guess that was the same night.
Was it the same night?
I don't know. It was a crazy night.
That is an epic night. If that happened in the same night.
I know that. I'm not sure, but...
Okay, now that was Alicia Keys speaking on the Lil Mama moment. Here's my thing. Why talk about it now? Like, why are we talking about this now? My thing is, what I don't like about it is that Lil Mama faced a lot of scrutiny behind that situation. Like, people have made her the laughingstock of the industry ever since then. But not only that, though, people never really wanted to give Lil Mama her props nor her credit. Lil Mama is a talented rapper. Even though she was making corny ass songs like Lip Gloss and shit, you could tell that she could actually rap. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when she got up there on that stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys and shit like that, everybody clowned her for it. And I just never understood why they did that, but they straight up clowned that girl for that, and then she could never escape it. It's like she could never get past it. She could never get rid of it. It was a thing where she couldn't escape that situation. And I hate that for her. I really do hate it for her because she couldn't escape it. And Alicia Keys speaking on this shit now, but back when it was happening, she was shading her about it. Like, she was saying that I'm glad. What did she say? Because I did have that old interview. Because I even listen. I was gonna give y'all everything, but I looked up an old interview that she did when the shit first happened. I think it was on ABC or something like that. And she was like, we appreciate the fact that she was inspired, but we would have preferred it had she done it from her seat. Like, girl, you was dragging her right along with everybody else, and I just feel like if you knew that, if you felt that way, why you didn't say that then? Like, I just felt like y'all allowed that girl to get drugged, and y'all did not speak on her behalf or anything. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm just looking too deep into it, but I do think that it was kind of fucked up how everybody treated Lil Mama after that situation. And it's like every time she tries to do something, people be ready to attack or look down. Like when she got casted for the TLC movie, people was ready to look down and attack when she got casted for the TLC movie. So it's just like before they even saw that she could really act. And then she became the breakout star of the damn movie, to be honest, because she played the fuck out of Left Eye. I don't give a fuck what nobody say she did. Okay? So it is what it is. So Alicia, girl, bye. Like, I don't even know why we still talk about this incident that happened in 2009 when I was fucking 20 years old. Here I am, 32. So that goes to show you where we was at. So girl, bye. Like, let's move on. Next up is Lil Kim and Angela Yee. Now, apparently, from Angela Yee's Facebook page, there was a flashback video that she posted about the Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj beef. But apparently, Lil Kim was not here for it, okay? She responded to what was posted, and we're about to talk about it, so let's get into it. So this is how it went. Angela Yee posted a rewind that said, I personally think that they didn't want me to stand beside her. Basically Nicki. So that was basically when she came up there and she explained how the beef even started. Lil Kim responded to it saying, why are we bringing this up? This interview is how many years ago? Like, really, Angela Yee? That shit is whack, but go viral. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. That was funny as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. That was real funny. That was funny. But most people would say more than likely Angela Yee ain't even running that page. But how would you know that? How would you know she ain't running it? Here y'all go, coming to her defense. The same way y'all came to her defense when K. Michelle was dragging her ass up there. Angela Yee been messy. And she do bring up old shit for the sake of an interview. But at the same time, that's her job. And also, Lil Kim, you also got to understand that you and Nicki Minaj's beef was a big ass thing in the female rap industry in 2010. That's the same. That's what everybody was talking about. One of my first videos was about the whole beef between you and Nicki Minaj or whatever. So you just got to get past it. Now I know it may be annoying, honestly, that people keep talking about it. I can honestly see how that could annoy the fuck out of you. Like, you trying to move past this, you trying to move on. People steady bring it up. I get it, but you got to understand, you've been in this industry for how many years? You know it's still gonna be talked about, and you know there's gonna be flashback videos posted. So yes, I get your annoyance at this, but this just comes with the territory, and you know that. Angela Yee been messy. That's why K. Michelle went the fuck off on her ass during that interview, and that's why we'll never see K. Michelle on the Breakfast Club again, okay? So, girl, just cut your losses. You didn't even have to respond. You could have just paid that and kept it moving. That's all. But that's it for that. Last thing up is Jussie Smollett, okay? Now, y'all know that trial is underway, and now he basically kind of insinuates that he did drugs and had a sexual relationship with the man that he hired to stage that attack with him. So I got an article here from CNN.com, and we're about to get into it. Let's talk about it. Former Empire actor Jussie Smollett took the stand in his criminal trial on Monday in a high-stakes attempts to reboot the charges that he staged a fake hate crime and lied to Chicago police about it in 2019. Last week, brothers Bola and Ola testified that Smollett, who was black and gay, directed and paid them to carry out a sham anti-gay and racist attack in order to garner sympathetic media coverage. Their testimony, as well as that of 5 Chicago police investigators, formed the core of the prosecution's case against Smollett. But under oath on Monday, Smollett offered testimony over 5 hours in which he denied orchestrating the attack and suggesting that the brothers, whom he knew from the Empire set, may have had other motivations at play. The day finished with the actor still on stand and court scheduled to resume Tuesday morning, with Special Prosecutor Dan Will picking up his cross-examination. The prosecution rests after brothers testified that Jussie Smollett directed them to carry out a fake racist and anti-gay attack. Smollett on Monday said that Bola, who he called Bun, helped him get drugs, including cocaine. He also said that a sexual relationship began to forge between the two at a particular Chicago bathhouse. One night the two were out Smollett testified that they got a private room, did more drugs, and made out. On a separate occasion, Smollett told jurors that he and Bolai snuck away from his brother after the three were at a female strip club together. Smollett testified they again got a private room and made out a little bit and masturbated together. In testimony last week, Bolai denied that they had a sexual relationship, and he said that he didn't know that there was even any sexual tension. Smollett further testified on Monday that he wasn't friendly at all with Ola. He kind of creeped me out, Smollett told jurors. Every time we were around him, he didn't speak to me. Every time we needed to leave, he made it seem like we needed to sneak off. After a hate letter was sent to Smollett in the mail at the Empire Studio in Chicago on January the 22nd, 2019, 7 days after the alleged attack, Smollett said that Bolai approached him about becoming his personal security guard, something that the actor told the jury that Bolai had repeatedly asked him. Following the letter, Bolai began asking him more about the need for security. Smollett said the actor described being annoyed at the idea of always having security detail around him. Around lunchtime, I would smoke my blunt, drive around the neighborhood of the studios. I don't want to be in someone's car. Smollett told the jury that while driving around with Bolai, there was never any discussion of planning a staged hate attack. Did you talk to him about some hoax? Defense attorney, the defense attorney said. No, Smollett shot back. Did you give him a check as a payment for some silly hoax? No, Smollett said. In February 2019, Smollett rejected some of what has been reported, including that he told the police that his alleged attackers were wearing mega heads. Smollett testified on Monday that his relationship with Chicago police began to deteriorate after police mentioned the mega heads, favored by supporters of President Trump. The actor said no when the defense attorney asked whether he told the police that the alleged attackers were wearing hats. Smollett added that one of the reasons he did not give a police detective his cell phone when she asked for it was because he didn't think that the police believed the story. Smollett appeared to briefly get emotional while describing the incident to jurors, prompting his attorney to ask whether he was all right. Smollett, age 39, has pleaded not guilty to 6 counts of disorderly conduct, a charge for which a conviction is punishable up to 3 years in prison. His defense attorneys have said that he was a real victim and have suggested during the trial that homophobia may be a motive in the attack. The decision to testify in one's own defense is a high-risk move because the prosecution is allowed to closely cross-examine the defendant. In recent weeks, 2 defendants in other high-profile homicide trials have taken a stand. Kyle Rittenhouse, who shot 3 people in Kenosha, Wisconsin last year, testified in his own defense, and the jury ultimately acquitted him of all charges. In Georgia, a jury convicted Travis McMichael of a murder of Ahmaud Arbery's death after he took the stand. Smollett's case involves far less charges and is untied to civilians using lethal weapons. The prosecutors called 7 witnesses over the course of 3 days of testimony last week. First, 5 police investigators testified that Smollett told them that 2 men had attacked him in the street, yelled racist and anti-gay and pro-Trump remarks, and put a noose around his neck and poured bleach on him. Bolai and Ola testified that Smollett had actually directed them and paid them to stage a fake hate crime in an attempt to get sympathetic media coverage and further his acting career. Who was in charge of this? Jussie was. The Smollett's defense, meanwhile, has argued that he was actually attacked in a hate crime. They called 3 witnesses last week, including Smollett's former music manager and publicist. On Monday morning, an Empire executive producer testified that the show had received a threatening letter in the mail a week before the incident. The producer, Brett Money, said that Smollett did not want the letter publicized. Over Smollett's defense has relied on inflammatory questioning of witnesses and outbursts that have led to several heated exchanges with Judge James Lynn. For example, the cross-examination of Ola after Lynn directed the defense to move on from a particular line of questioning that defense attorney Tamara Walker asked for a mistrial solved in court, and then said that the judge had lunged at her during the sidebar conversation. The judge denied the accusation and denied a motion of mistrial, saying that he was stunned by the request. Ms. Walker, there were 3 objections that had to be sustained, and I was trying to get back on point. The judge said, just because you think you were allowed to go one way, we're all just doing our jobs. The trial is the accumulation of a case that began with Smollett told police that he had been attacked. Celebrities, politicians, and advocacy groups rallied behind the actor. Police poured significant resources into solving the case and locating the 2 men. But after interviewing the brothers and finding other evidence, authorities instead determined that Smollett paid them $3,500 to stage the hate crime against him so he could get publicity and a career boost. Smollett was indicted on 16 felony counts of disorderly conduct by a Cook County, Illinois grand jury in March of 2019, but Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx's office decided to drop those charges weeks later. The decision angered the mayor and the police and sparked questions as to why Smollett had received that type of treatment. A special prosecutor then took over the case, and the grand jury indicted Smollett on new charges in February 2020. The incident effectively put a halt to Smollett's acting career. His character was written off Empire, which ended in 2020, and though he had since directed and produced the film, he has not appeared on screen again. Case is getting steep, and I don't know what to believe or what not to believe. But child, when he said that, what I do believe that he did have a sexual relationship with one of them brothers. I do believe that. I definitely believe that. I believe that they was both doing drugs and having sex with each other. I do believe that. But I just don't know if he really staged this attack or not. Like, I really don't know why he would do that. And if he really didn't do that and he really trying to, prove his innocence, then he a bold motherfucker if that's the case. But child, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that he really did that? Just leave it down below. But with that being said, child, this be your boy Scotty. This was Yes for the Mess. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, be sure to follow my Twitter, my IG. They will be down below. I do follow back on IG, so let me know that you're a Team Scotty representative when you hit me up in a DM and say hashtag Team Scotty, and your boy would definitely follow you back. With that being said, you guys, until my next video, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.